Hey guys, wow, it's actually going to be hard getting back into the flow of things because, something you should know about living. When you live alone, you don't really talk to yourself. Well, you do talk to yourself, but it's in your head. So, me talking to the camera right now is probably the first time in a long time that I've talked out loud in my house since I lived by myself. So, getting used to looking at the camera and talking to you guys, it should come natural to me. It should happen over. But this is kind of why I'm making this video as a practice before I start making a ton of other videos. As you probably know from my last video, I went on hiatus because I was taking care of some school stuff, and school stuff is done because I don't know when this video will come out, but there's a pandemic going on, and if you're watching this, that means you made it. Congratulations. But in general, this is a video about some stuff that I got, not for the sponsored or not for the free. I actually paid for this shit because I said to myself, when I come back to YouTube, to you guys, I want to make sure I'm coming back with some, some adequate hardware to make the sound quality and overall presentation of the podcast a little bit better. So, and this is the amalgamation of all of those things. And please do not think for 1 second that I'm selling out like some shill. I am not sponsored. But if you're watching this and you think my face is good enough for your product, by all means, I will shill. I will tap dance. I will footwork to get that almighty dollar. Welcome to another episode of The Identity Booth. It has been a long time. You are currently listening to me in my old setup. This isn't my full old setup. Actually, I have two lights. I only got one on right now. And my sign is usually going. I don't know do I usually have my sign going different colors? I don't know. No, I don't know. But my setup, you've seen videos, go back and watch them. But this episode is really about me putting some equipment that I got together. So my goal is to do that. And without any further ado, and I guess you guys should know, I am bringing the podcast back because I've taken care of some school stuff and I got some free time now. So I want to do that. And the quarantine's still going on. It's been going on for 6 weeks. And we're right at that sweet point, right where everyone wants to go back and get their hair cut, but it's probably not worth dying for. But, Karen said it was, so I guess it is. But back to the main point. We're going to be talking about some equipment that I bought to try and put it together. And I'm actually going to be following, or you guys will be able to follow along in real time when I start putting this together. So let's start off with the first item that I got. And I don't know if I'll be able to do this because I need to be able to see my face while I'm doing this. So I'm going to shrink myself really, really small. How small can I get myself? Am I recording? Yeah. My recording's usually, all right, that's as small as I can make myself. But I can push myself all the way here. I just need to be able to see myself. Because I need to know what the items look like. I got this. This is the Scarlett 4.4. I can't read the back. It's at the top. Scarlett 4i4 third generation. I guess it's 4 in, 4 out USB audio interface. And this audio interface is designed to get this mic I have jerry-rigged right now connected to my phone out of the picture. I'll be able to plug this into my computer and from there be able to plug in a XLR microphone, which is supposed to sound way better. So we have this. I don't have anything to prop it up with. You can see it though. Hold this. Oh, that's heavy. But yeah, it's here. And I also got the Audio Technica streaming podcast pack. I don't know how much I paid for all of this, but I will put the prices up now. So that's how much I paid for it. Keep in mind, in my one of my other videos where I talked about making my first YouTube video, I talked about how this mic cost me $30, and obviously my phone was just my phone, and that was all I've been using. And I've managed to pull off some amazing sound quality given my editing abilities. But I'm trying to pull back on that aspect, and the best way to stop editing your sound is to outright just have better sound. So that's the goal for today. I'm going to be putting these things together and trying to make them work. Yeah. So let's start off first with the Scarlet. I actually started putting this together, and then I realized that this is a free video, so I might as well do an unboxing. And the first thing you notice is idiot proof. Just plug it in. The instructions are literally written right there. Just plug it in and it'll do the rest. But when I was first looking, like, I did some research, obviously, on how to buy this, and it's a basic ass box. A cat will love it. But when I was doing research on this, I initially was really skeptical about it because everyone kind of was talking about the drivers and like software and how to like manage it, but obviously the people at Scarlett were listening and they decided to make their own interface. But it does work with Audacity and Audience, which I have both of them, or I have Audience, and I'll try my luck with both of them, honestly. And just from the onset, it's pretty. Let me be honest. I don't know how this stuff works. I'm literally going to be learning how to do this, and I'll probably put out another video when I figure it out and get good with it, so you guys will know about my experience if you want to get into the podcasting world. But I specifically got this one because I know it has two ends for two mics. I knew that much. But then I also saw like these things on the back where there's four of them, line ins and lines out. But I'm not really sure what they do. So like I said, I'll figure this stuff out. Like, it's new equipment to me, but I am innately aware of the basics. First and foremost, this thing is kind of heavy, but it's not like disturbingly heavy. It's heavy in a sense that it's built to last. Like, I feel like this, you can definitely bring this on the go, and since you only need one cord that comes with it, the cord is not that long. If your setup isn't close proximity, you might want to just get a longer cord, and you'll definitely need the biggest thing I heard about it was like it needs to have like some power to it. So let's plug this sucker in, and I've already started downloading some of the basic stuff for it. The light turned green, so I'll see what it does on my computer. And I just put it down. I don't know what that means. Says it's formatting a wizard on my computer. I don't know if I was supposed to have this plugged in advance or before. There is no on switch to my knowledge. I see a gain button. I don't know what this button does. Maybe. Nah, I don't feel like an on button would have like a knob. So let's troubleshoot the first thing. And honestly, I think this is my fault because when I was installing it, hold on. No hardware detected. So let's see if I'm plugged in. I think I'm gonna have to redo the installation part because maybe when I was maybe when I was first installing it, I definitely was like playing around with it, and I unplugged it and I accidentally disconnected it. So this is definitely user error, guys. There it is. Yes. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, this is it. So you guys get to see it from the beginning. It's pretty straightforward as far as installing it and whatnot. Like I said, don't be like me and accidentally unplug it while you're trying to take care of it. But it's plugged in, so you can't even see it anymore because I have it plugged in, and that's just to tell you how short that cord is. It's so short you can't even I can't bring it to the main screen to show you what it actually looks like. But you're seeing it upload. My computer's pretty basic, so if you have I bought this desktop in 2018 and I haven't updated it or upgraded it because I primarily use it for simple things. Even though I do a lot of editing and videos things, I'm not making 4D Disney Marvel movies. I'm making podcasts, so it's good enough for my computer. But ooh, new writing. All right, you have to restart your computer to complete this. I hate this because I have everything set up. So oh shit, I'm not even recording. All right, okay, I guess I might as well. Well, you guys don't know this, but I don't have my secondary camera view. I'm actually working on that as we speak. It's going to be part of the new updates. But because I don't have it prepared right now, you guys can't see this, but my main camera stopped recording. So I'm going to just go ahead and restart it because everything else has already stopped. So might as well. So while that's going, if I have something to say, I'll definitely say it. But I'm not above just letting the camera fold. This isn't a traditional podcast in a sense, or if you're watching this thinking that you're gonna gain some facet of information from me, you're probably not. I am the last person. There are a lot of great videos out there. Kind of give you they know their shit. These are audio specialists, so they know their shit. But if you're just if you are literally a person who wants to start a podcast and you actually have a little bit of change to do it, and you don't know anything, and you're okay with indulging me with a view to watch me stumble within these products and just showing you how behind the scenes a situation like this could be. But by all means, I appreciate your view, but please don't write in the comment section, oh my gosh, you literally didn't know. I'm here admitting that now. How many minutes into it? 16 minutes into the podcast, I think. Probably 8 when I cut it down. But please find another person to watch, because I am not the person to be taking instructions on. I know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing to the extent that I can do this. Nothing more, nothing less. It's important to know your limits, man. People out here be selling themselves, which they should be doing. It's okay, but you got to know your market. Don't come in here trying to sell me a Jag with a Honda Civic engine, man. It just when you start the car, you know the difference. A trained ear knows the difference. All right, we're back. Sorry for all the technicalities and all that bullshit. You guys know what you signed up for. Let's get started. So it's downloaded. Oh yeah, this is output mute. Oh, if I was playing a guitar or something, I could loop it. I could loop it twice. Line in on. All right. Input settings. Yeah. All right, that makes sense. Sample rate, good. Pre-clip, clip. All right. All right. All right. All right. Cool. So we got a lot to learn about this. Clearly, the Scarlett. It doesn't look complicated though. You saw the interface itself. The interface looks really simple. Like you see your hardware ins for your outputs, and then like your speaker outs, so you can mute things. So like it kind of works like an interface. But let's not dwell on this. Let's put this away, and let's focus now on the big boy, the microphone headset, and all this setup. So I don't know. We gotta make some space. We got the mic over here. I might get quiet, a little bit quieter, as I unbox this. All right. Oh yeah, and it came with headphones. So I've never worn headphones while I done a podcast or anything like that. But there's a first for everything. I know there's people at my job that would love that bubble wrap. It's odd behavior, but you know what? I like my coworkers for what it's worth. The headphones, they are probably built for people with normal sized heads. I don't know if they would necessarily work for someone like me with a big head. These look really small. They seem like okay, and also full disclosure again, I've never really had a mic, not like headphones of this caliber. I always use like the athletic ones that kind of linger on your head. There's a lot of plastic. Make sure you recycle this. Do your part. I gotta recycle mine. So I'm not gonna be judgmental about the headphones because they also extend, so that's nice. But once again, I've never been a fan of these type of headphones because I work out. And if you want to know the left and right, so it goes like this. I feel like they're gonna break on my head. Get my hair out the way. Oh no, wait, actually they do kind of fit. They're snug. Like if my head was any bigger, my hair was any on top, it wouldn't fit. Like the bottom of my ears are just making this, and this stuff is it's super noise canceling. I can't hear shit. I can only hear my thoughts. That's kind of disturbing. Wow. Okay. So that's interesting. So let's find the mic port on here, and the mic port, not mic, but the headphone port goes into there. Was there one on the back? No. All right, so that's one half of the battle. But to be honest, I don't think I can talk to. Let's not talk with those on. And they gave us a starter pack. A lot of this stuff is always on the internet, so I don't really keep these paper things. But sometimes they have little codes on there. And this isn't one of them. So, recycling bin, they go. Limited end user warranty. I don't really believe in warranties either, because companies want good news. If they ship break and it breaks on you and you pay full price, they'll give you a new one, I promise. Or a discount on a new one. That's how I always do it. Whenever I want to upgrade something, I get the version of it before. And when it's broken, this is a sticker. I don't know if and when I don't have like a cool laptop. I have a work laptop, so I can't put none of that on there. But if the day ever comes that I can, I have one of those cool laptops where I see stickers and stuff. Audio Technica, your shit will be on there. All right. A burlap purse. I'm assuming this is how you will carry and transport your mic. This is the ring. Maybe I shouldn't have. I didn't see any instructions on there, so that's not the instruction. All right, so I'm assuming that this has to do with the mic. So we'll put this right here. That felt heavy. All right, let's take a look at the mic. And right off the bat, it's got some weight to it. This is the earlier version. I didn't feel like getting the newer version because once again, the reviews on this one were so good. Why, like, you have to give, I'm not a singer, I'm not like some voice actor. I want better quality for my podcast, and it has a certain weight to it, and I really enjoy it. It feels good in my hand. I thought it'd be bigger, and it's kind of strange because when I was reading the reviews, the upgraded version of this is said to be smaller. So, like, this does, like, I couldn't imagine holding something smaller than this. And it has a sense, like, the mesh netting, you can see through it, and you can kind of see where the microphone is, and it's kind of nice because you can see how you're supposed to talk into it, and, like, the best places that you'll get sound quality from. That's pretty neat. I'm gonna put it back in here as I pull out the next part. Oh shit. Okay. I see you. Okay. Shit. Alright, so let's just dump everything out real quick. There's a spring in there. Okay. And there are no instructions in here, so maybe I do need to pull that paper thing back out. Hold on. It must be self-explanatory. There's nothing on there. And, I don't foresee myself getting lost doing this, but if it is so complicated that I can't do anything with it, there are hundreds of like tutorials on YouTube on how to do this. And to be honest, this boom I know it looked small when I first purchased it, but I also thought the headphones were small. But back to that first idea, there's a video on YouTube on how to do this, so don't panic, there's a video on YouTube. Find it, and you'll be able to, put this together. So this boom is supposed to like connect to like my desk. Okay, so that's what this vice grip is for. All right, so we're already putting it together. So let's look at the vice grip. And I don't know if I'll be using this in its capacity, its like fullest capacity, because once again, the cord is inside. Wait a minute. What the hell? Oh, well, I guess I will be using this shit because the cord is inside. This is not, whose idea was this? So you will have to buy a secondary cord if you want this, if you don't want to use this contraption. And wow, this is, no, I don't know if I agree with this. Especially since it's like, all right, let's get the vice grip connected to it, so that way we got one less thing floating around us. But oh shit. But I don't know if I agree with this this setup, because it makes you, it restricts you, really, honestly. You have to keep this metal contraption with you, so you're gonna have to order another XLR cable. And I don't think all cables are built equally, so like that's a That's another expense. And this thing was this price, and it wasn't. It was expensive enough to know for me to say I shouldn't have to buy anything else. I think that's a fair assessment. Like if you paid for a pack or a kit, it should come like pretty sufficient. But this also might be their starter pack, so like the norm might be to have multiple versions of this. And since I know this mic is on the right side, there's nothing else in this box, so we'll move this box for now. Ooh, oh, just hit me in my neck. So let's look at the vise real quick. And we'll just put this. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. Just because it's attached to it. It doesn't give me an option. I low-key might be like in 3 days like, oh, it wasn't that bad. And it might be because like what ultimately happened was, oh, I realized that freedom that I was looking for wasn't something I really was going to use. But I also don't feel like, I just like having options, I guess, is my beef with this. And it doesn't give me that option. Because this is well, we'll see. Okay, attempt 1 to put on the vice grip failed. So, or maybe it is holding, but it's not. It doesn't install confidence. Like I don't want my $100 mic, not feeling secure. Okay, so all right, so that's there. No, so yeah, this is. I feel like actually looking inside. Okay, looking inside. Oh, okay. I knew I wasn't losing my mind. So the product is damaged. Or you have to assume that it's damaged because, or maybe this isn't the vice grip. There was one more piece. Ooh. Yeah, it was in that purse. Yeah, so I'll be able to zoom in on this. But if you look inside, like right here, this is bare. And there's a piece inside. I doubt like this could hold the thing. I assume that it would have some cushion. Like it has a cushion up here. There would be a cushion down here. Because it keeps sliding out. And I think it's because there's no cushion here. So like I have a broken product on delivery. Which is really making me wish I might have to use Old Faithful here. If there was a way I could jerry rig it. I'm not above breaking this to get this cord out. Honestly. Yeah, like honestly, I'm not above breaking this thing to get it out. Taking it all apart. Oh wait. Or maybe I do have this on backwards. Okay, so I have it on backwards. This part goes down here. But it still doesn't change the fact that I think this is missing a piece. Which is a weird like thing for it to be missing. Alright, so that's there. Yeah, that's super weird. If there's a way that I can get it into this thing, I'd be really happy. So let's break here. Oh wait, hold on. Whoops. All right. Let's break here. Or here, maybe. Nah, because this is a twist on. So is there a piece here? Nope. I don't know why I thought that would work, but you know, what are you guys doing to help me? Yeah, this is just bad mechanics. I am not above breaking this open, but I feel like you would eventually end up damaging the cord trying to get it out there because it's designed specifically not to be removed unless you take off these bolts, which they've clipped, obviously. Oh no, they haven't clipped it, but once again, I'm literally getting on Amazon now to order XLR cable. Cause like it just doesn't. It's not intuitive. You could probably. I could attach the board to this. Yeah, actually. But this is like me fixing their bullshit. Let's see if it works though. Yeah, because this thing's pretty heavy. Leave it at the edge. Alright, that's a twist there. You don't ever plan on using this, so let's just make it as tight and secure as possible. I'm literally gonna order an XLR cable in real time off of Amazon. Alright, that's pretty sturdy. Okay, ooh. Yeah, so this thing's heavier than that thing, so it's made in China. Alright. And as you're already seeing, it's starting to tilt, but I can counterbalance that. Alright. That is... I don't know. So like, yeah, this is for what we're working with now. So the mic's connected. Ordering that XLR microphone stat. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with this because I don't know if I'm hearing. No, I'm not hearing myself. So I'm gonna have to play around with this, guys. But this is my unboxing. A bunch of cords, a bunch of stuff I don't know how to use yet. But the next time, by the time this video posts, I don't think I'm gonna post this without having actually the sound quality, so you guys can hear the difference between like this bullshit that I had before and this new shit that I have right now. Or does this sticker go on the mic? No, that's two. That's not big brain. That's dumb. So I'm gonna work on putting this together. I hope this ring fits around it. Oops. Ooh, that's a tight fit. Actually, oh no, that is a tight fit. Actually, no, it stretches. So, yeah, this should be able to get. I'm gonna get this on here. I'm going back to the old way. This will not do. And if I can find some bolt cutters, which I think will be my project. I'm gonna find some bolt cutters and just cut through this because it's not that thick. Just gotta avoid the cord. Create a mouth. Yeah, that's gonna be my project. Once my other cord gets here, that's what I'm gonna do. But for the meantime and in between time, hey guys, I'm back for what it's worth, and I'll be looking to bring you this content here in the near future. So, take care. Ugh. This is rough. This is rough. All right, let's clap sync. 3. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. I don't know if this is working, but I believe I got it to set up and work appropriately. So if this is working, Eureka. If not, I'll redo it. You'll never know if this wasn't the one that it worked for. That is show business. But the Focusrite AT2020, this is unedited, like without me touching it. I'm using the Adobe Audition suite. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a 2-click button, but it is an expensive software unless you got, unless you got, somebody that knows somebody that knows something about it. But yeah, it's like $90. You better know somebody. But this is the sound, and just full disclosure, it took me like 10 minutes from the time that I said like goodbye. That was a falsehood. I figured it out in like 10 minutes. It's the Phantom Power, which every review spoke about it in great lengths, that you need Phantom Power in order to use the AT20 mics, because they're pretty like heavy, great mics. They're really great mics. So I didn't follow the instructions. User error always. But once I hit this magical button right here, it gave me my green light, which is cool because I can change that light on the fly. I think I'm gonna be digging the blue. The blue one is just cool to me. But if I scream really loud, it gets yellow. You see that? No, so red is bad, because that I just probably blew out some of y'all eardrums. But like it gives you a visual cue when shit's getting real, and you can always turn down your gain. So like this knob right here controls how loud you are in the mic, and I think it goes all the way up to like 50 decibels. I'm not sure, but it controls how loud this mic is, because this mic is traditionally pretty quiet. Like, so if I turn it down to its like normal level, you can barely hear me. So this is like without any editing. I forgot where it was, but like I can hear myself. So once I like right here, I feel like comfortable with it. And then there's a few other settings. I guess let me real quick, let me start back this software thing so y'all can see what I'm doing. Yeah, the screen capture will show you guys what I'm doing, but without going crazy, clearly you can see. So like I can tell I'm a little loud, so I can hear myself in my headphones now. So like clearly you can tell like this is not difficult. If we're being real, it took me 30 minutes to set up. And I jerry-rigged it a little bit. Like, I don't have every piece that I really want or need. But that's not, like, what my goal was here today, was to be like, oh, I'm going to make this perfect. Like, this is definitely, like, test trial 00051, whatever. And it's going to get better with the process. So let's call this part 3. All right, cool. I got that as 4. 3. All right, installation part 3. All right, so let's start right here. So now you guys can see my screen. All right, so just so you are clear, this is how I change the color. You go to settings. Come on, mouse. You go to setting. and you just pick your color. I'm going to go back to green real quick. So like this is my in input. So remember when we first looked at it, how complicated it is? Now it's not that complicated anymore. So like this is my output. As you can see, I have this monitor output, which is this knob right here. If I was like running it through my speakers, this is how I'll be controlling it. Since I'm using my headphones, I control it here. The great thing about the headphones is you can actually split this, so you can hear in the left and the right separately. So right now I can only hear my left. But if I had a second person talking to me, I could put the second person into my right ear. So that way, if there's an error or something is not going right, I can hear what side it's coming from and troubleshoot that way. But I thought that was fascinating, like super useful. But you also have your feedback loop. So this loop right here, this down here, allows you to do something like on Skype. So that way, if I want to record a conversation I'm having with someone on Skype or Zoom, I said Skype, like Skype is, we own Zoom now. Teams is also really good too. Google Hangout. Somebody invite me. That's how I know I ain't loved. Nobody invited me during quarantine to come play games. Actually, one person did. Let me not lie. One person did. They the real one. But this is how you would record that. Maybe I am too loud. I don't know. I'm still learning how to do this, but I'm going to assume that I'm maybe a little loud because I'm right up on the mic. But that's how you would do that. And then this just controls like the sound and everything you get. Same thing for the sound and everything get there. So now we're on output, right? So let's head on over to input. And the input just gives you like small little in-depth features. So the instrument, line and instrument are one and the same thing. Instrument, obviously, we're using the instrument. But since I'm using, so I can play my guitar on this because I have two of them. Y'all about to get wined and dined with this hero lifestyle now. But basically, the line is how I'm talking to you guys right now. The air, I haven't figured that out. I don't know. I think it literally just adds, I think it just adds like levity to my voice, like a more like no auto tune, no correction. It's just me, the real thing. Like, see how like some of that is gone. Pad, which makes everything super quiet. Like it condenses it even more. I don't really like it that much, so I keep all of those off. But it's a very simple interface when you look at it. And let's go back to Audition because that's where I'm actually recording this stuff right now. So let's blow this up. I don't know how much time I got left on my film. I got. Stop recording. Oh no, I'm 7. You saw that, right? It glitched real quick. But like I got a few minutes. But basically, this is the audio track now. So I'm recording here, and now recording Audition is pretty simple. You just hit this button. You hit one of these buttons and you just hit the right button. You start recording. But you got to do some stuff in your audio interface. So let's do that real quick. Quickest way you can do it if you're on Microsoft, a window preference, and then you just go to audio hardware. And I don't think it'll let me do it because I'm actually recording right now. But you'll go there and just make sure you put your in to your focus right. And then you put your out also to your focus right. So that way you can plug your headphone in and listen to it. Or you can put it to your speakers if you want to listen to it that way. But I think if you're going to do a podcast, you want to hear it. And once you have your settings set, I don't know how much like me hearing myself messes with my voice or how I even talk. So I doubt I'll be using these headphones. I'll probably like use them for like when I am interviewing somebody. But like just for right now, show off purpose, I'm going to just use them. But that's pretty much it, guys. I figured out how to use it. This is me having fun with it. Amazon is coming through. They the real ones. I'll have my XLR cable tomorrow. And it was something else I ordered. Oh, yeah, I have to order a continuous battery because I wasn't smart enough to like buy the right battery size for that camera. So I got that coming through. Oh, I'm getting a lot of text messages today. But this is the luxury that before when I was on the podcast, I could never have my phone on me because I was always using my phone as my mic. So there is my freedom. There, I did it. I did it, guys. I figured it out. Now all I have to do is make it look pretty and presentable. That shouldn't be too difficult. But I am happy. I am excited. I haven't been to sleep yet. It's 10:05. My sleep schedule is pretty messed up because I did a really super cool case. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it yet, but I'm gonna do it on the podcast because I know no one's. So we did our first transplant for DCD heart yesterday, and it was the first one ever done in the country. And I'm super excited because, but basically DCD is when someone is in a state where they are no longer in recovery, but they haven't progressed to brain death, where they have lost a certain amount of function in their body. So we give the body an opportunity to basically progress to death on their own. And usually, if they do progress to death in a certain amount of time, we can go in and try and get these organs. But because of how strict the time limit is, if you have to think about it in reality or the best term scenario, you can only wait for so long before an organ is no longer viable. For example, a liver is usually not viable after 30 minutes because certain enzymes within the liver start to actively corrode the liver because it gets too warm. And the body's a very balanced system, and it requires a lot of levers and pulleys to be functioning in order for our body to maintain homeostasis. So if anything disrupts that, it throws us into a loop and it causes degradation within our body. So whenever that happens, those organs are no longer viable. Like, there's just research, over tons and tons of research that show that, people who receive organs from DCDs that have extended periods of time don't have really good outcomes. They don't make it to the 3-year checkup point, which is horrible. You really want them to make it to the 7-year checkpoint. So DCDs were becoming more difficult for us to do. But now that we have a situation where we have automated systems such as pumps, kidney pumps are probably the first type of organ preservation machine that was used in the field. We got that because of a bill that was done in like the 70s or something like that, that just basically made all end-term renal failure like free or something like that. But it also boosted research. So what ended up happening was where's my camera thingy? So what ended up happening was because we got this research, they said, well, what other organs could be perfused or in addition help? So the most experience I have is usually with the kidneys, specializing in lungs, like pulmonary, and now the heart, which is pretty amazing because basically, remember, the DCD, we are waiting on this person to progress to death on their own. So their heart has to stop. Or no. Well, yeah, basically, yeah, their heart does have to stop. They don't have a heartbeat at that point. So at that point, we then have a certain X amount of time, like 10 minutes, because it usually takes, it's actually a really stressful process because there's a lot of time limits and time restrictions being placed on you, and you have to move really fast. You have to move in unison, and you have to make sure like your partner and you are on the same page, and the people who aren't in the field with you are also on the same page. And it's like a well orchestrated train accident. A bunch of bad things are happening, but there's not carnage going on. It's controlled chaos. It's an oxymoron, not oxymoron, but it's a, whatever the word is, it's a contradiction in itself, but you can tell, like, it still baffles me how I do the job that I do, because it's every time I go into it, it's something new, even though I've done it for so long. But we to see the heart restart, come to life. It was like a mad scientist, but I'm literally talking to you guys as if I know this shit all works, because if it doesn't work, then you won't have heard any of this. You wouldn't have heard any of this. None of this is going to be usable. So let's just end it, guys. hey,
like, share, subscribe, comment. Ooh, I can tell when I'm being loud now. Let me know.
Do you guys
appreciate?
I hate this thing so much. I don't know. Do you?
Do you guys appreciate this effort that I've put in for you? If you do, like, share, comment, subscribe. This is probably not the introduction back to the podcast, but this is probably going to be the first thing y'all see. I definitely have 2 major videos in the work right now. I need to really go get some rest so I can do it. I actually finished one. I can do a few of them right now, but I need to get some rest. Like, I'm wired up, but you guys take care of yourself. I appreciate you. Like I said, this is the Audio Technica Scarlett 4i4 3rd generation. Great for beginners. The prices will be all in the description below. I'll put a link to everything I bought and where I got it from. If you're gonna get the mic, for sure, just get the mic and get a separate mic stand. Don't buy their mic stand. It's gutter trash. The Scarlett only had 2 pieces in it, so I can't knock it. But I actually saw the Scarlett had its own like microphone, wire, and like tripod set. It's a little tripod. You know, Scarlett, if you're listening, you know, you can send it to me. I don't mind reviewing it, because if I had to, out of all the money I've spent so far, everything I've had to spend extra money on has been on this thing, which it shouldn't be the case. The Scarlett is pretty self-contained, and I like that. Audio Technica, the mic is great, but the starter pack is bullshit. It's such bullshit. It's such bullshit that they didn't even give me like a real box. They gave me a blank box and put stickers on it. So, Audio Technica, like, hey, mic's good. I don't know how they do it, but maybe because they spent so much money on the mic, so they had to like make shortcuts here, which is okay. But that's the podcast, y'all.
Take care of yourselves, all right?